Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Okay, you can do this. Is it hard to say no to people? So difficult to avoid people, so difficult to deny for anything that one is asking for. So let's find solution in this video. Setting boundaries. What is setting boundaries? Why is it important? Why should I set boundaries? Why should I not do anything and everything that is expected out of me? Because it's important for this, to maintaining the balance of your mental health, so that you do not go mad after whatever is asked from you. It's difficult, but it's important. So let's talk about it today. First of all, setting boundaries in any kind of relationship, in may it be personal relationships. Don't laugh. Setting boundaries in any kind of relationship, may it be work relationship or personal relationships, or may it be friendship, it's important everywhere. Setting boundaries is really important because it gives a clear chance of you to not overdo everything. It's not humanly possible for you to fulfill everybody's expectation in the entire world, or at least for the people who are associated with you. It will leave you with burnouts. It will leave you with stress if you go and cater to every need of the other person. And you know what? After a certain point of time, they will expect more than what is required from you. If you go on fulfilling and doing everything, they will keep on asking more favors from you. They will keep on asking more and more from you. That obviously you do not want as well. So that's why this is the reason for you to set clear boundaries, set healthy boundaries with the people you know, may it be at work or in your family or in your friendship. It can be anywhere and everywhere. Now, this was the importance of setting boundaries. Why is setting boundaries so important? Okay, now if you set very tight or very rigid boundaries, that will not work as well, because it will ultimately leave you detached from the people, from the relationship you are currently in, may it be at work or in your family. You will suddenly tend to avoid relationships, and you will face the decrease in the growth of that particular relationship. For example, for instance, if I give you a scenario in which your boss is asking you to, just do it one more thing, which isn't your responsibility, which isn't your duty. If you decide to impress your boss every time, for one or two times it may work because you enjoy doing it, or maybe you want to help them out. It's okay, you can do this. But every time, if it becomes a habit, it's really important for you to say a clear no. If it's not okay with you, it's not okay. So that is how a boundary has to be balanced. It should not be that tight, neither it should be that flexible that everybody can enter in your inner circle and they can disturb the flow of your emotions. They can play with you, they can play with your time, and they take unfair advantage of you and your efforts. And some or the other person, they take advantage of you and your fears. And for example, if you overdo everything, you will yourself fear the fear of rejection, the fear of overdoing everything, the fear of being neglected, the fear of sharing more personal information with the people around. And eventually you will find it difficult to say no, which is very important, because nobody can deny the power of saying a no. Nobody can actually deny what does saying a no actually mean. Sometimes it's okay if you're enjoying that task, or if you really want to do it. You can help that person out. It's not an issue. You can be kind enough to that person. But every time if a person is, taking advantage of your situation, or taking advantage of you being sweet or very kind to them, then that is wrong. And that is how you need to identify where you are crossing your boundary. You need to identify where you are going wrong and simply deny. Everybody is a human. We all have limitations of ourselves. We all have our own capacities to go beyond a certain point in life where we want to connect with people, where we want to help people out. It's all right, it's important, but it's also important for us to know that where we are at that point of time, where we want to set or fit ourselves as humans, and then we can proceed further. So it's very important to have your boundaries clarify with the person, with work, with relationship, with anything and everything. Because otherwise you get in a vicious cycle. You say yes to the people. You have to face that particular situation every time, and it keeps you with regret that I'm not able to help that person, or I'm not able to fulfill the work requirements, what is expected or what is over expected from me. And it is a vicious cycle, because then you will find yourself being overthinking about it, feeling stressed about it, and it is unhealthy for sure. So that's how this cycle of setting boundaries actually work, and it's really important for you to have your boundaries set, and don't let anybody and everybody invade your inner circle, your precious moments of your life and your mental health. It's important for you to keep a track of what you allow and what you are against. It's very important for you to keep a track of what you allow and what you are against for. That's how you will be able to better understand yourself, and then only you can live a very peaceful life, having healthy relationships with people, with your colleagues, with your friends. So that was my 2 cents on setting boundaries in any situation of your life you face, which is important, and I hope this made sense, and you will not find yourself caught in that vicious cycle. Avoid that cycle, and let's together maintain healthy boundaries with people. So what are some ways of doing that? Don't overdo anything. Say no to people or no to a situation that do not resonate with you, or you aren't finding that suitable enough to say a yes to. Third, the thing which you will later regret doing, so that you can the thing which you will later regret doing, that can be one of the factors. Fourth thing, which doesn't seem right, which isn't seeming that right from inside. And the fifth solution could be, if you think that if I do this right now, it will become a habit for sure for the other person to always ask me to do that again and again. Deny that, and you are safe. You are successful in keeping yourself safe. So I hope this was helpful. This was my 2 cents on setting boundaries, and let me know in the comments below if you have any other point or any other factor which is left from these pointers, and I hope you are able to better adapt yourself to the work environment, to the relationships you are catering with. I know it's complex, but it can be simplified for sure. So reach out to me if you have any further questions or queries, and I would be very happy to solve them out. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye bye. अगर तुम सबका सब कुछ कर दोगे तो तुम अपना सब कुछ कब करोगे? तुम्हारी लाइफ तुम्हारी है. Just take control of it. Do not let any other person control you, or do not be overruled by anybody else. We are not slaves. We are the captain. We are the captain of our own lives, and the flow of our life will go in the direction which we will take it into.